to RodneyABrooks.com video interviews. Today we're talking to Eric Bailey, who's founder and president of Bailey Wealth Advisors in Silver Spring, Maryland. Welcome, Eric.
Good to be here, Rodney. Good to see you as always. I'm sure this is going to be enlightening for the audience. So thanks for having me.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. So, the first thing I want to talk to you about is different saving strategies, because some people savings and investment. That's what we want to talk about, because you should have different investment strategies depending on how old you are. So how should you invest in your 40s versus your 50s versus the 60s?
Well, I always use an analogy of timelines really should drive your decision for investment. And the analogy is almost like growing plants. I mean, if you're a gardener, you put something in the ground, you know that if you've got the right soil and you're doing the right things, over time, you're going to get a good crop. Investing is similar. Of course, you can't plant corn in July and think you're going to have a harvest in August. So to your point, in your 40s, you should be looking at longer term investments. And that basically equates to aligning your capital with your objectives. So if your objective is 20, 25 years out, you're going to have time to be more aggressive, I should say. Meaning you can look at things like small caps, emerging markets, different investments that generally have more volatility, but have proven over time to produce higher returns. So I would say in your 40s, assuming everyone's starting with the same dollar amount, you certainly would want to have a more equities-based portfolio. So in your 40s, you could probably be 80% equities, 20% fixed income. And that will give you the kind of growth you need. Now, you're going to have some volatility, but if you stay the course, history has proven that you're going to come out way ahead as opposed to if you were more conservative. When you get to your 50s, generally you're going to see a change, and you're probably going to be more 65% equities, 35% fixed income. You want to reduce some of the volatility, but you still want to have the equities to produce the growth. 60s, you're probably going to be more 50-50 fixed income to equities. Now, I will say, Rodney, when I began in the business back in the 80s, most people weren't expected to live much beyond 65. So the theory then was when you got into your 60s, you were going to move all your money to fixed income. But as we know now, at 65, you still got a high probability you'll probably live another 20 years or so. So when inflation and taxes are considered, you're going to still need to have those equities built into the portfolio, which is why I say when you get into your 60s, a 50-50 mix between fixed income and equities. Now, for fixed income, just for those who aren't familiar with that term, that just means bonds. And bonds or things that are going to pay you an income stream as opposed to be focused mostly on growth. Equities are mostly growth oriented, which is you're going to get less income from them, but you're going to get more growth.